throw balls there.
So I decided to present about being a goalie because it's like the only thing I know about. So first thing is being a goalie is not easy. Some people don't really know that it's technically the hardest position to play in soccer. Not only because you're constantly diving at people's feet, but because of how technical and how much mental thinking goes into playing at this position. And when it comes to being a goalie, people don't really see it as difficult because they either haven't played it, or they haven't really seen professionals train or actually play in an actual game and all that. So, however, a goalkeeper has to know every position because when it comes to game situations, it's best to know every possible play that could happen. Goalies are constantly reading the game and visualizing every situation that could happen. So that's a good deal. So playing in a game situation isn't the only hard thing when you're a goalie. The training also sucks too. Training as a goalie is rough. You're constantly working on the ground. Diving can take up 90% of training for a goalie. The other 10% is footwork, which is just like being able to serve out a good ball or knowing how to position yourself on the field and working on communication skills. Communicating is very important as a goalkeeper. Goalies are leaders and captains when they're on the field. They need to be able to keep their defense organized and constantly need to be telling them what they want or when someone else needs to get the ball. So I'll just play this video for a little bit. It's just like a practice some England goalkeepers have been doing. Just as another thing.
Thank you, Tom. Good.
Sorry, I'm struggling.
Oh, so
Good job. That's the one over that.
oh, Tom Daly.
Over it.
Oh, Jesus. So Jack.
That's it.
Sounds so satisfying.
Woo. Good. Same ball. That's good.
No.
Here we go. Come on,
That's
get it.
better.
Yeah, it's a decision. Yes, Jack. That's better. Here we go. Give yourself a bit of time on that, eh?
Oh, I do what it do.
No, no, so did I. Yes.
Love it, Tom. Well done.
That'll be scary.
Great finish. Yep. Yeah, better. Yeah.
Why does that goal look so small?
Oh, that's great time. Brilliant.
It's not.
The guys are really tall.
It's a regular.
Start that.
Yeah,
The
they're
guys
just
are-
really tall.
They're all
Oh!
Good. Brilliant, so good. Yeah. Yes, Jack, I love that. Yeah.
Go, go.
Just go, Jack. Got it.
Go on. Brilliant. Come on. That's right, boy, already. Go. Finish your job. I'm looking for a goal here. Good boy. Right, Jack. Good shape, working back though. Here we go.
What's up?
Go, come on. Right, keep it out. Go on. Move it.
Nice, Jack. Quality, last one.
Right. Good.
Yeah.
Go on, mate.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're constantly diving 24/7. It's never really a break on that kind of stuff. I started playing soccer at a fairly young age. The only time I really remember playing was when I was 5 and I was doing like PYA. And I didn't start off my soccer career as a goalie. I was mostly playing field because I was always full of energy and I was a pretty fast kid. I played multiple sports growing up, like basketball, gymnastics, cheerleading, and some others excluding soccer. After an injury while doing gymnastics, I decided to focus more on soccer and basketball. And then 8th grade year, I found out I had asthma, and it kind of ruined my love for running, and it made it more difficult to keep up with some players during games. However, during my soccer season, my 8th grade year, we didn't have a goalie, and no one was up to playing that position, so I decided to try it out. I went through the season with no goals getting scored on me, and my team won championships. So So everyone knows that there's a difference between soccer in middle school and soccer in high school. The games just get more intense and more technical. Things are more thought out and winning games become more important. As a soccer player, you usually learn the most you can in high school, but with goalkeepers, they're still learning by the age of 30 if they're playing professionally. There are always so much to learn as a goalkeeper, and you never really know everything you need to know. It can be hard being a goalkeeper because people are constantly watching you and criticizing every mistake you make. However, as a goalie, you need to remember that the ball went through 10 other people before it got to you. It's hard to not instantly blame yourself because technically you let the ball go by you and you're the last person who could stop it. But the game of soccer isn't about one person, it's a game of teamwork. If you win as a team, and if you lose as a team. When you play as a goalkeeper, you need to come off as tough and confident. This way, no field players will misjudge you and think you're an easy person to mess with. Some goalkeepers can come off as arrogant and disrespectful towards refs, but it's usually because they disagree with what the ref has said. And it's not only goalkeepers who do it, sometimes it's field players. As a goalkeeper myself, I like taking people out, but that's just a personal preference. Not because it's fun to watch people get hurt, but because I feel a sense of confidence surge through me. It sounds bad, but they don't get hurt, it's fine.
Yeah, that's nature.
And when I go out for the ball and someone is running towards it, I see it as a challenge because they expect to win the ball. Some professional goalkeepers are really good at being confident and showing that they can win the ball during any plays. For example, Hope Solo, whenever she's on the field, you don't ever really see her smile. She's tall and has a very muscular build. It makes her come off as someone you don't want to play against, which she kind of is. Hope Solo was one of the best goalies of all time. So being a goalkeeper can be fun. Training can be hard, but they can also be fun. There are many games that I have played during some of my training that is specifically made for goalies. The funnest one being Goalie Wars. As a goalie, you also form a bond with your team. You need to know them, and they need to know you. It's how a good team works. Those bonds stay with you forever. There are many ups and downs along the way, but in the end, you're doing something you love. The game of soccer can be really serious, especially when you start playing professionally, but in the end, we're all there because we love the sport. Yes, the best parts of playing soccer are winning with your team, but losing with your team teaches you something, and you get to learn how to be better. At the end of the day, you're making a career out of something you love doing, and doing it with people who you care about and want you to succeed. It's important to know that you're doing something you want, not what someone else wants you to do. Soccer is hard, being a goalie is hard, but we end up playing this game and in this position because we want to. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Any questions? Oh, yes, Ricky?
Have you ever been injured badly?
From being in goal?
Yeah. Broken nose or anything?
Not really broken nose or any I don't know. I've had concussions and stuff from getting kicked on the top of my head, and then something else I don't really remember.
She's had a few close calls.
Yeah.
Did you have any PKs last season?
I didn't play my junior season in goal much. Sophomore season, I didn't get any PKs during games. I haven't had any during my spring season games either. I don't really take PKs during games. I practice them all the time though, because they're important to practice and work on. But yeah. Yes.
Isn't it true that your sophomore year being the full-time goalie, you led ours into the KVACs and then won the KVACs?
Yeah.
What
Wow,
does,
good question. Good question.
What does PK mean?
Penalty kick.
Okay.
Or Parker?
It's when it's only you and the field player, and you have to have your heels on the goal line, like that line right there, and you're not allowed to come off it until the person kicks the ball. It's really hard, especially if the person kicks the ball very wide and high, because you have to stretch all the way over unless you're getting an advantage and you're like guessing where they're going. So it's a difficult, like, hard, like a goal is saved for goalies. Is that everything? Yes.
I kind of wasn't listening to what you were saying, but I don't think it has to do with my question. So, what are goalie wars for you?
Oh, it's when it's you can have either one or two goalies, one in one goal and the other in the other, and they take turns. You have to kick the ball and try and score, and if the goalie saves it, they can put the ball down. Unless they catch it, they can also throw the ball into the goal, but you put it down and you try and score. And it's kind of just like, I don't know, it's kind of like just a regular game between people, but it's just more fun because there's like punishments and stuff.
Oh.
All right.
And it's like goalies against goalies.
Is that for travel or is it for like high school practice and such?
I've only done it with like my travel team and my goalie.
No.
Hey Taylor, have you thought about doing it in college?
Yeah, I'm planning to go to a D1 school, hopefully.
To which school?
A D1 school, Division 1. It's the best for scholarships, and it'll help me if I want to play nationally.
Have you started doing all the clinics or whatever you go to the different
Literally
schools?
24/7. Is that everything?